Hi guys, so I realized that I never made an introduction for the second half of our Montessori in-depth review. So that is what I'm doing right now. I hope you don't mind the dress. If you're going to see my haul video, you're gonna see that I'm wearing the same thing. So sorry about that. But we are going to start on that second half of our Montessori in-depth review. If you missed the first one, I'll go ahead and link it down in the description below. And if you guys enjoyed that one, please don't forget to hit that like button. Please go ahead and support. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified of our future videos. So with that, let's go ahead and start on the second half of our Montessori in-depth review of all of our favorite toys. So I've been getting a lot of questions on these oversized blocks. Now these are the ECR hollowed oversized large blocks. Now they usually come in sets of 18. They are a little bit pricey, I will say that, but I mean, for the quality and just the uniqueness of them, I think they are 100% worth it. And if you're looking at, you know, at least one big holiday gift this season, then I would definitely recommend these for your kids. Now, like I said, they do come as an 18-piece set. I ended up getting two 18-piece sets because I just felt like they could just build more creative things with them. And I felt like although 18 pieces is quite a bit, I just didn't feel like it was enough. I always felt like my son was running out of having more pieces. So we just ended up getting him two different sets. These pieces are hollow. So although there is a little bit of a weight to it, they're not super, super heavy. Like my daughter is able to lift these and configure them however they want to. Now you do get, I believe, two of these hollow pieces. I think you get 4 or 6 of this size. I think you get 4 of this, and then you get a few of the larger oversized pieces like this one. Like this one here. And what's cool is that you also get some that are this shape. So they're kind of like ramps. So my son, when he's building like large, like car designs, like a maze, then he's able to use this to basically have like ramps for his cars. So you can see kind of a comparison. This one's basically double the size and they're both slanted down. Like a little ramp. So I asked my son what he wanted to build next, and he said that he wanted to build a wooden snowman. So here we are just kind of coordinating the pieces, and I keep asking him what pieces we need next. So we started off with the slanted ones for the feet, and then he said he wanted to use the bigger ones so that it looked like the snowman was wearing pants. And then we wanted to make sure that the snowman looked like he was wearing a type of shirt. So we went ahead and used, again, one of the larger blocks. Now my son said that a snowman obviously needs arms. So we decided to use the thinner 2 pieces. And then we just laid them down with holding them by using one of the larger blocks. Now he did want to add a neck to it, but then he decided that it looked a little funny. So we took off the neck and just used the square block for a head. And then of course the finishing touch was adding a hat to our snowman. So as you can see, this wooden snowman turned out so great, and your kids are really going to enjoy playing with these blocks, and their imagination is really going to open up. Now, I get a lot of questions about our Holztiger wooden toys, and I like to keep a different arrangement every time. So we have our sea creatures, and then over here on the shelves, I keep all of the rest of them. So we have them classified according to where they live. So we have our Jurassic era, our barn animals, our wooden animals, and all of our exotic animals, all displayed outside. I don't keep them in baskets. That way they're able to play with them. And as you can see, they find different uses for them. So these are perfectly balanced, and you'll find that all the Holztiger toys are actually very well balanced when you stack them. Now, my children like to play with these geometric wooden blocks alongside all of their Holztiger wooden toys. I know that I've gotten a few questions on these. Now, these come in different types of shapes, and some of them just have the clear plastic on them, and other ones have things like water and beads. And they look really beautiful when they play with them in the light. And if you have one of those like light machines or projectors, they look really, really cool. So I highly recommend these blocks because they will use them in conjunction with a lot of their other toys. So my daughter decided that she wanted to play with all of her wooden Holztiger princess blocks, knights, and horses. And she uses this little castle that I actually got at Michael's for just a couple bucks. And she uses it with that. So that is the princess's castle. Now here you see my son using those geometric blocks, and he's using them as a kind of bridge over our play silks, which is now water. So I'm basically just showing you an example of how my children play with all of their wooden toys. So all of their Holztiger toys, they use their play silks, they use the geometric shapes, and they play with them together to create a story. So you can see how all of these toys, I mean, it really sparks their imagination, and then they could create anything. I highly recommend these Holztiger wooden toys. They are so versatile, they're open-ended, and they can really utilize them however way they want. Now I know you're very familiar with this one as it is in pretty much every Pinterest picture. This is the Grimm's Rainbow Stacker. And as you can see, it is an incredibly open-ended and versatile toy. Right now, my children decided to use it as a stacker, and they try and stack all the pieces as high as they can, and they both participate in this. So it's such a wonderful, like, social toy that, you know, many kids can utilize at one time, and they can really use them in whichever way that they want. And as you'll further see throughout the video, you'll see a few other examples of how we use this wonderful toy. So this is another way that my son learned to play with these rainbow stackers, and it was incredibly creative. So he decided to use them as a type of obstacle course. So some he'll go around, some he'll jump over. And I mean, this really sparks their imagination. It was so creative, and it keeps them incredibly busy. Now, as you can see here, he also uses them as tunnels. So he will set up his train set, and he'll have the train go under all of the tunnels. And lastly, we wanted to show you an example of how they use them as a type of pen for a lot of their barn animals. So they'll basically create kind of a circle shape with 2 or 3 of the rainbow stackers, and they'll separate their little animals and create a bit of a farm. I hope that you enjoyed our in-depth review of some of our Montessori toys. I hope that it gave you some ideas on how to play with them, and that it inspired you to maybe pick some of these up for Christmas. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you are notified of when we post that next video. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you very, very soon.